Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English at Home. Let's kick things off with a big question. Why is motivation such a game changer when you're learning English? Motivation isn't just a nice-to-have, it's the fuel that keeps your engine running when the road gets bumpy. If you've ever hit a plateau or thought about quitting, you know what I mean. But here's the setup. Motivation is what helps you show up, even when you're tired or discouraged. Now, you might be thinking, isn't motivation all about willpower? Actually, no. Research in educational psychology shows that motivation is influenced by your goals and your belief in your ability, what's called self-efficacy. Let me tell you a story. I once met a learner who felt stuck after 3 months of study, but instead of giving up, she found a new reason she wanted to travel and needed English. That personal why reignited her drive. So as we journey through this episode, remember, motivation isn't magic. It's built, shaped, and protected by the choices you make every day. Have you noticed how language learning feels like a roller coaster? One day you're on top of the world, the next you're stuck in a valley. Here's the conflict. These ups and downs are normal, but they can mess with your confidence. That's what psychologists call affective filter, the emotional barrier that can block learning if you're stressed or anxious. Now you might be thinking, how do I get off this ride? The answer isn't to avoid hard days, but to manage your emotions and expectations. Try this. On tough days, remind yourself that even small progress counts. Notice how world-class athletes celebrate every tiny improvement? You can do the same. Resolution comes when you see the journey as natural, accept the highs and lows, and you'll find the ride less scary and a lot more rewarding. Let's talk about a secret weapon, microlearning. Ever heard of it? Simply put, it means breaking study into tiny pieces. Think 5 minutes of listening or reading 1 paragraph. The setup is simple. Our brains love repetition and small wins. The technical term here is spaced repetition, reviewing material over time to lock it in. Now, you might ask, can just a minute a day really help? Absolutely. It's like watering a plant. Steady drops, not floods, make the roots stronger. Here's a tip. Set a timer for 5 minutes and do just one activity. Don't aim for perfection, just aim to show up. That's how habits grow. So next time motivation feels low, remember, microlearning is your shortcut to big results, one small step at a time. Let's get personal for a moment. Why are you learning English? Your why is your anchor. It keeps you steady in rough seas. Here's the conflict. On hard days, your reason can fade into the background. That's why you need to revisit it and make it visible. Write it down. Say it out loud. Now, some of you might be thinking, is my reason good enough? Absolutely. Whether it's for your job, travel, or just for fun, your reason is your fuel. In psychology, this is called intrinsic motivation, doing something because it matters to you, not just for external rewards. Resolution? Make your why part of your environment. Stick it on your wall, your phone, wherever you'll see it. Let it remind you every single day. Ever wish learning English felt as easy as brewing your morning coffee? Here's the good news. You can design your environment to make practice automatic. The setup. Don't wait for the perfect time or mood. Make English visible and accessible. This is called environmental cueing, using objects or reminders to trigger habits. You might ask, is this really necessary? Absolutely. Think of it like putting your sneakers by the door to remind you to exercise. Same idea. Put a book on your desk, bookmark a video, or set a daily alarm. The goal? Reduce friction, make starting so easy you can't say no. The payoff? When English becomes part of your daily routine, practice feels less like a chore and more like second nature. Let's face it, we're all our own toughest critics. But did you know your inner voice can change your results? That's called self-talk, and it's more powerful than you think. Here's the conflict. Negative self-talk, I'm slow, I'll never improve, creates a fixed mindset, trapping you in self-doubt. But what if you flip the script? Research proves that a growth mindset, the belief that ability grows with effort, leads to better results. Now, you might be skeptical. Can words really change my brain? Yes. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire, means your thoughts shape your learning. Resolution. Next time you catch yourself saying, I'm bad at English, pause and rephrase. I'm learning. I'm getting better every day. Progress starts in your mind. How often do you stop to celebrate your wins? Let's talk about the science of small victories. The setup. Every time you notice a tiny success like understanding a phrase or using a new word, your brain gets a shot of dopamine, the motivation chemical. You might be thinking, but I haven't passed an exam yet. That's okay. Progress isn't just about big milestones. It's about noticing and rewarding small steps. In psychology, this is called positive reinforcement, rewarding behavior to make it happen again. So, treat yourself when you complete a lesson or try speaking out loud. Resolution. Keep a victory journal or simply smile when you finish a practice session. Let those little wins pile up, they'll carry you forward. Ever feel like you're running in place with your English? Here's where tracking comes in. Two powerful tools, journaling and recording your voice. The conflict. Progress can be invisible, especially in skills like pronunciation or comprehension. Without proof, it's easy to feel stuck. Now you might be thinking, isn't that extra work? Actually, it's an investment. When you write new words or record yourself, you create evidence of improvement. Try this. Make a short voice memo every week. Or jot down what you learned in a notebook. After a month, review it. That's metacognition, thinking about your own learning. Resolution. Even if progress feels slow, tracking lets you see and celebrate how far you've come. It's proof that your hard work is paying off. Let's bust a big myth. Mistakes aren't failures, they're feedback. In fact, making errors is called productive struggle, and it's essential for real learning. Here's the conflict. Most learners fear mistakes, worrying about embarrassment or judgment, but avoiding risk actually slows your progress. Imagine a baby learning to walk. Falling is part of the process. Language works the same way. Each mistake is a signal to adjust and try again. Now, you might be thinking, but what if people laugh? Let me reassure you, native speakers make mistakes too. It's normal, it's human, and it's how you improve. Resolution. Embrace mistakes as steps on the path to fluency. The more you practice, the faster you'll learn, errors and all. Wouldn't it be great if studying English felt like play instead of work? Here's the trick. Make learning fun and you'll stick with it longer. The setup. When you connect learning with pleasure, like watching movies, listening to music, or chatting with friends, your brain releases endorphins, which boost memory. You might ask, can fun activities really count as study? Absolutely. This is called incidental learning, picking up new skills naturally while doing enjoyable things. Try reading about your hobbies in English, or singing along to your favorite songs. Mix serious study with playful practice for balance. Resolution. The more you enjoy the process, the more consistent you'll be, and the faster you'll improve. Fun isn't optional, it's strategic. Let's zoom out. Why does learning English matter beyond tests and textbooks? English is a global lingua franca bridge connecting over 1.5 billion people worldwide. Here's the setup. When you speak English, you unlock opportunities, jobs, travel, friendships, and access to knowledge. It's what career experts call a transferable skill, a tool you carry anywhere. Maybe you dream of studying abroad, or working for an international company, or just chatting with new friends online. English makes all these possible. Now, some of you may wonder, is it really worth the effort? Imagine being able to read global news, join conversations, or connect with someone in a far-off country. That's power. Resolution. Every day you practice, you're investing in your future. English isn't just a subject, it's a key to the world. Keep turning that key and see where it leads you.